Hello everyone, my name is Nengah Arpurina Reskian. I'm from A class and this is my student numbers. Okay, today we are going to discuss about language and ethnicity. So, for the first material, I want to explain to you about the definition of ethnicity. According to the Wetters, he said that people commonly know ethnicity by differences based on their national, religion, language, food, and other cultural markers. He also said that connect the race differences it is between by physical appearances such as skin color, eye shape, hair texture, and so on. Omi and Winan claims that people construct race as different types of human bodies, which is this mutual emphasis on perception that rise on phenotype features. Bailey also revealed, for examples, Dominican African construct identities not on the basis phenotype but on the basis language. Phenotype itself mean all observable characteristics of an organism that result from interaction of its genotype. Okay, so finally, ethnicity is not universally understood. The conceptualization can change over and over the time, or as if in a single interaction. Researchers must need to find why ethnicity become priority. Don't just only take a risk with use ethnic absolution to identify someone, rather than use categories such as gender, age, and so on. Okay, we next to discuss about methodological approach to study language and ethnicity. A sociolinguist approach to study ethnicity is ideal for at least three main reasons. Okay, first, ethnicity is a social construct which must involve communication in some way. And second, ethnicity is observable. It following the researchers to gain rich understanding of how individuals themselves and analyze ethnicity in their daily life. Okay. Third, by examining the linguistic practice, sociolinguists can trace the change and shift of intricate ethnicity identities. So that is a three reason why sociolinguistic approach can be ideal for we analyze the language and ethnicity. So, okay, now let's talk about an issue of ethnic speech minority communities. First is Africa America. So Africa America is also known as the AAVE. So AAVE is Africa America Vernacular English, also known as Black English, and also known again in education with Native Ebonic. And then many researchers argue that AAVE originated from a Creole, and they support this claim with the evidence from other English-based Creole around the world, including Gula, which is spoken on the sea island of the coast of Georgia and South Carolina. Other contend that AAVE derived from the dialect of English spoken by early British and other Western European settlers in the United States. Some of the features are shared by the other English dialect, but many researchers argue that they occur more frequently in AAVE. Not all African Americans speak AAVE, and not all AAVE speakers use AAVE all the time. Scholars have found that AAVE features occur more frequently in the informal speech of urban working class youth, and for example, in phoneme and pronunciation, they change the realization of with the as the or v. Like then, they change with pronounce then. Brewer, brother become brewer. In the syntax and grammar also different. So less than 2 decades after the Black English trial, the Auckland Ebonic Resolution propelled the speech practice of African American into the national spotlight. In responses to the poor education performance of its African American students, the School Board of Oakland, California passed a resolution on December 1996. Gather the potential of Ebonic in teaching of standard English of AAVE speaker. But this resolution was controversial for several reasons. First, Ebonic, literally black sound, a term that was unfamiliar to most people, was framed as genetically based and not a dialect of an English in the original wording. And second, the original wording was ambiguous about the precise role of Ebonic in classroom. It was not clear whether students would learn standard English through Ebonics or whether students would be taught in Ebonic or even taught Ebonic. So that's all from the issue of the speech, the ethnic of minority speech communities. Next material is about language and ethnicity in education. So, in education, experts said there are 3 means of model or design in language and ethnicity research. First is deficit, different, and emergence models. So, the deficit model states that ethnicity minorities tell its school experience, they fail in school experience because they lack of knowledge and less cultured. So, in differences model, people try to talk in, for example, English, they not talk with the norm, the mainstream norm or the standards norm to talk in English. They recreate new language by themselves, by their norms in the environment, their daily activities. So in emergence models, this is design in language and ethnicity, which is explained how ethnicity, how a group ethnicity minority and educational institution do not process static characteristic in particular school context. So there's 3. That was a 3 main or design in language education that I can explain to you. And the last, I want to get the conclusion of my presentation is, remember again that ethnicity is not a natural category, but a social and political construct. So this is construct by the socialists, our life, our environment, our people, and our political aspect. And then histories of imbalances power relation between group influence and the creation of ethnic category, the formation of ethnic group experiences, and the construction of ethnic stereotype about language and behavior. Ethnic groups and boundaries are not fixed, but constantly shifting in the responses to social and political climate. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Stay at home.